Affixing cameras onto an unmanned aerial vehicle, more commonly known as a drone, can make for some exciting, sometimes frightening views of things we don't otherwise get to see. Since commercial drones hit the market in the early 2000s, their popularity has continued to grow, with drones playing a larger role in weather research, logistics, and even crime fighting. In this video, we'll show you some of the most shocking things ever captured on film by drones. Okay, so imagine you and a friend are casually paddleboarding in the ocean when suddenly the two of you become surrounded by a shiver of hungry great white sharks. Doesn't that sound petrifying? Well, what if we told you that two young women did this on purpose? Two documentarian filmmakers, Mark Romanov and Forrest Galante, used a drone camera to shoot footage of two women paddleboarding off a beach in Southern California, and purposely placed them around a whole bunch of deadly great white sharks. Check out this drone-shot footage of these two friends, Kelly and Jessica, as they calmly paddle their way through shark-infested waters. No sweat for these two ladies. At least if you're having fun at a saltwater beach, you don't have to worry about freshwater-dwelling crocodiles, right? Wrong. This drone footage of a killer croc was taken at a beach near the island of Phuket in Thailand. After several Thai media outlets picked up on the images and the authorities were notified, it was assumed the croc probably escaped from a nearby crocodile farm. And there are plenty of those in the area, because keeping crocodile farms in close proximity to a popular tourist beach is always a great idea. Animal experts confirmed crocs can swim in saltwater, but will eventually move to a more suitable climate. Lightning set a hayfield ablaze in Weld County, Colorado, and the fire quickly spread to nearly 30 acres. Thinking fast, farmer Eric Howard hopped into his trusty John Deere and risked his own life and safety by using the tractor to create a fire line. This is a common firefighting strategy that stops the spread of flames by digging up the topsoil and thereby devoiding the fire of flammable material. A bird's-eye view of the courageous act, which saved the farm and prevented the fire from doing more extensive damage, was caught on video using a drone. Or how about this frightening fire footage? A YouTuber calling himself Sanuk176 says he and his father were traveling to their cabin, and they were aware of a huge raging forest fire in the area. So they sent their DJI Sparks drone to capture this spine-chilling footage. We're not sure where this forest fire was, but wherever it was, it obviously did a ton of damage. When a 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck near the Indonesian island of Sulawesi, it resulted in what was thought to be a small tsunami. Drones were used to capture footage of the devastation. Bridges, houses, and roadways were completely destroyed. According to the Indonesia Disaster Management Agency, about 1.5 million people were likely affected. However, there was a bright side. The incident inspired authorities to work in collaboration with a company called Terra Drone Indonesia. They equipped drones with light detection and ranging technology, or LiDAR, to create maps for post-disaster recovery efforts. Using these drone-created maps, government authorities can plan for the rebuilding of houses and infrastructure in a safe and appropriate manner. To learn more about tsunamis and other wonders of the ocean, check out our video on the world's most dangerous ocean phenomena. The link is in the description. Traffic is just, well, the worst, especially around the holidays. Perhaps drone technology will lead us to finally inventing the long-awaited flying car. Until then, we'll use drones to film incredible traffic jams like this one. During the Chinese holiday of Golden Week, hundreds of thousands of northbound vehicles got stuck on the Beijing-Hong Kong-Macau Expressway, as 50 lanes attempted to converge into just a few. The traffic jam didn't last too long, though, only 12 days. Can you even imagine the sheer number of I Spy with My Little Eye games that were happening? Over in Florida's Panama City Beach, drone operator Curtis Williams captured incredible footage of a man accidentally hooking a dangerous hammerhead shark while surf fishing. Beach-going onlookers watched in amazement as a man in swim trunks battled the beast onto the shore. The 2 minutes of footage garnered hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, and the hammerhead was eventually unhooked and released back into the sea to hunt another day. How about this incredibly eerie drone footage of a tornado ripping through the Oklahoma plains? Tornado researchers, like the ones fictionalized in the classic 90s disaster film Twister, are predicting that drones will play a huge part in tornado research in the coming years. The footage shot in Sulphur, Oklahoma, shows the tornado whipping debris around and even sucking water out of a pond. Meteorologist Todd Yacobian called it, quote, "some of the most incredible footage I've seen from a drone." Do not attempt this with your regular store-bought commercial drone, though. This was shot on a super high-tech weather research drone. Speaking of disaster films, these drone shots of the abandoned Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, make the former home of the Detroit Lions football team look like something out of a post-apocalyptic nightmare. Also shot on drones was a failed attempt at demolishing the stadium, which fell out of use once the Lions moved to Ford Field in 2002. City officials blame the demolition failure on faulty wiring connections. But if at first you don't succeed, they tried again the next day, and this time they got the results they wanted, as you can see in this drone footage. Keeping with the disaster theme, this drone footage is from a real disaster that hit Louisiana's Six Flags New Orleans theme park. When Hurricane Katrina wreaked havoc on the American South in 2005, the popular theme park had to shut down completely. Aerial shots of the once proud 140-acre amusement park are eerily reminiscent of something out of Zombieland. Jazzland, the former owners of the park before it was purchased by Six Flags, are currently in talks with the New Orleans Industrial Development Board to have the popular tourist spot reopened. In 2010, Tropical Storm Agatha swept through South America, causing extensive damage, including opening up a giant sinkhole in the middle of Guatemala City. These drone images show the giant hole in the city grid where once stood a 3-story building. Officials estimated the sinkhole to be about 30 meters in diameter, that's 98 feet. And the residents of the city are saying the storm isn't the only thing to blame, citing the city's substandard drainage systems. An abandoned and decaying theme park is one thing, but what about a graveyard for airplanes? In Tucson, Arizona, you can find the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base Aircraft Boneyard. This aerial drone footage shows the creepy final resting place of excess military and government aircraft. Here you'll find what's left of U.S. military planes and helicopters and even the bones of NASA space shuttles. 550 people are currently employed to take care of the more than 4,400 aircraft said to be worth over $500 million. And here's something interesting. The Boneyard is run by the Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group, and one of the things they're planning on doing with old fighter jets is converting them into aerial target drones. Neat. Drone photographer Dylan Marsh shot these captivating images of what are considered the largest birds' nests in the world. The nests belong to a species called sociable weavers, a rather appropriate name considering that one of these giant nests is weaved together by as many as 400 of the birds. They live there year-round as one community. Some of the nests are even passed down through the generations over decades. If you're looking to add the sociable weaver to your birding life list, however, you'll have to plan a trip to the Kalahari Desert of southern Africa. There is certainly plenty of aesthetically pleasing things to be photographed on an Italian country hillside. Beautiful villas, antique basilicas, lush wine vineyards, and giant pink bunny rabbits. An art collective in Vienna called Gelatin knitted a gigantic pink woolen rabbit. The art installation is 200 feet long and 20 feet high, and sat on a hill in the Piedmont region of Italy. The group says they put the giant pink rodent there for hikers to enjoy. Completed in 2005, the art collective did expect it to last until 2025, but as of 2016, it's completely decomposed. Luckily, we still have all these drone shots. Before we had drones, we could get aerial images from an even higher power. I'm talking, of course, about satellite images. An anonymous man was looking at satellite images from Google Earth to innocently browse around his old Florida neighborhood when he came across this striking image. You can clearly see a vehicle submerged in the pond in Wellington, Florida. When the Googler reported what he saw to the local authorities, a police drone was used to confirm the sighting. What they found was something that fortunately helped them to solve a 22-year-old cold case. Unfortunately, it was the case of a 40-year-old man who went missing in November of 1997. Entrepreneur and adventurer Sam Kosman recently grabbed the attention of the scientific community by lowering drones into active volcanoes. Kosman and drone pilot Simon Jardine used several drones to create a 3D rendering of the massive lava lake inside the Marum volcano on the South Pacific island of Vanuatu. Kosman says the experiment can help scientists better understand how to predict volcanic activity. In an interview with Time magazine, Kosman says, quote, "For the first time, we were able to determine the exact dimensions of Marum's lava lake, one of the world's rarest volcanic features. Precise measurements, such as the crater's volumetric mass, for instance, are useful in understanding the level of energy required for an eruption and informs us of the potential risk levels for the future." End quote. Let us know your thoughts on drone use in the comments. That's all for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to The Richest and join our notification squad. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.